Hello, welcome to a brand new day of free-to-play here on Magic the Gathering Arena. Get the dish on the latest with me, Lord Rumfish. So, I am still building my collection for Murders at Karlov Manor. I've played 2 drafts. One was on camera, did pretty well. One was off camera. I got a feel for blue in the set. I did not do very well in that draft. And I also played a bunch of jump-in, trying to get some of the packets for the new set. And here I am again. I'm going to be playing another Premier draft, seeing if we can get some good cards to build the collection with before I start breaking out, the packs and the wild cards. After I do some drafts and I've run through some of my gold and gems, then I'm going to get down to doing the deck building toolbox series, where I look at the cards starting with colorless and land, working my way back through until I get to multicolored, for the cards that offer us the widest variety of tools for building the greatest variety of decks. But for now, let's get in here. I'm going to be using Podcats, which is looking at the potential, defense, card advantage, tempo, and synergy of the cards. And I start in the first few picks looking at potential above all. Leyline of the Guildpact doesn't really do much unless you have the colorless case enchantment, which this can turn that enchantment on. 4 power flyer's not bad. Cold Case Cracker is actually a better blocker. It's pretty reasonable. Sanguine Savior, this is something I've been interested in trying out at some point. And it only commits you into white or black if you play it for disguise. So it's not as much of a color choice as it looks like it is. I still don't know if I should be taking it over Cold Case Cracker, but I want to keep trying different things. Niv-Mizzet Guildpact. Cares about having 2 color permanents, which I do have one. And this would be a 6/6 flyer hexproof from multicolored. I mean, if you manage to cast it on turn 5, it's pretty good. Let's see, Cease and Desist. It's kind of a utility piece. If I'm being honest, Niv-Mizzet Guildpact has the highest potential of any card in the pack. I don't know how reasonable it is to try to go 5 color in this format. I know you can play a bunch of colorless disguise creatures for 3. Let's take it and see where we go. Okay. On these early picks, I like to pick things that have solid potential to win the game. The reason Sanguine Savior is interesting is because it does a 4-point life swing with the lifelink. So it has more potential than it looks like because of its defensive properties. Phantom's got pretty good potential. Gearbane Orangutan actually does too. If you can make this thing a 4/4, that's very powerful. I've seen a lot of people do good work with the Gadget Technician. That would be another colorless disguise thing I could play. And it's something that Niv-Mizzet would care about. Well, do I really try to build the Niv-Mizzet deck here? Sounds a little crazy. Let's see, Case of the Gorgon's Kiss solves if you get 3 or more creature cards in a graveyard from anywhere. I've got another disguise play we could make for a 5-color deck. Glintweaver's a big top end if we end up with enough ramp. A lot of this stuff's pretty forgettable. Sanitation Automaton would help us in a 5-color deck for sure. Am I really doing this? Am I really doing this? Okay. I guess I'm being silly. Oh, man. Okay, Gadget Technician is another reasonable take here to have 2 copies of it. I also saw firsthand that Crawl Whipcracker is a great card. Just, there are quite a few tokens going around in this format. Insight Source is a good, solid card. It does make a 2-color detective. Huh. Huh, huh, huh. And that would be a permanent that Niv-Mizzet would care about? Yeah. I feel like the Gadget Technician's a little bit more of a sure thing, though. Okay, Branch of V2 Ghazi could fix mana the turn it flips up, which is interesting. Tunnel Tipster can ramp. And it would be good with a bunch of morph cards, actually. Maybe Tunnel Tipster's the take here. I mean, green's usually a good core for a multicolor deck. I don't know how good it is in this set at doing that, but it's good with the morphs. Well, let's give it a shot. Kylox. It's got Menace and Haste, it's got Ward, you can sack creatures and cast instants and sorceries. I don't know that I'm going to have instants and sorceries, so I don't know if this card's actually any good at all in the deck. I feel like this Fairy Snoop might be more what we're looking for rather than Kylox. It's another 2-color permanent. You can play it for disguise in any color of deck. I mean, along those same lines, we've got Rakish Scoundrel. It's not bad as a 4-drop, and it's also, you know, another face-down critter we could play. It costs an arm and a leg to flip this thing up, but... okay. Flotsam and Jetsam. This is a super powerful card, actually. Jetsam, the Jetsam side of this card, is absurdly good. Although the Goblin Mask Maker, Goblin Mask Maker is a really good piece for a deck that has a whole lot of morphs. Bystander, Cease and Desist. I'd like to have a copy of Cease and Desist, although actually it's Gravestone Strider, isn't it? Isn't it? For the mana filtering. I need the mana filtering. That's the take. Okay, definitely Defenestrated Phantom. You can flip it up for 1 white. Has Disguise. Yeah. I mean, out of these two, I think the Investigators, at least as a solid presence on the field. That one will probably go to the sideboard. You can't make this stuff up, people. Can't make it up. Okay. Here we are. Born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe. Alright. 2 copies of Niv-Mizzet Guildpact, and I've already taken a pile of things that are 2-color permanents to go with them. This is ridiculous. You know, sometimes you play Magic just to have fun. You can't always be deadly serious in every game you play and every draft you do. Some of my roots in this game are just casual duels, where you just, you know, play 2 decks against each other, kind of gentleman's agreement, you don't play anything too powerful, and just 60-card duels, no particular format. Drag the Canal does make a 2-color creature. Now, Crowd Control Warden could be a better take here, possibly. But I like taking some rares when I can, and this one does fit with the themes of the deck. So, why not? All creatures have haste? I don't think so. Oh, Coerce to Kill. This is actually a 2-color permanent, and its removal, and gives us a 1/1 Death Toucher. I didn't really give this card a chance last time. Need some removal. And this one happens to be a 2-color permanent that's also a removal. Why not? Okay, Evidence Examiner could be okay. It's a 2-color permanent, would fit our theme. Is there anything that's better in terms of... I mean, the Gravestone Strider's good at mana fixing, but I think some more of those are going to come around. We already saw one earlier. I'll take the Evidence Examiner. Oh, find a basic land and investigate. That could be pretty good for us. Bubble Smuggler would be alright. Goblin Mask Maker, if we take a couple of those, we could try to make sure we have red early. I think the mana fixing's probably what we need. This is a symmetrical effect. I am not interested. Hustle and Bustle's alright. These are, reasonable, but not exciting. Undercover Crocodile is actually pretty good. Maybe I should take Bite Down on Crime, though. Could use a little bit of removal. Oh, Murder. There we go. That's removal. Essence of Antiquity. I mean, it's a disguise creature. It should work if we get some more Tunnel Tipsters. Oh, but they went this way. I don't think I can pass this card up right now. Alright, Sample Collector. Oh, Public Thoroughfare. Yeah, I don't need more 3-drops. I've got a ton of morphs. Public Thoroughfare is probably what I would need. Do I take it over the Fairy Snoop? Maybe I do. Oh, yeah, get a 5-color land. Slime Against Humanity. I don't have a lot of artifacts myself for this thing. I'm going to take the slime on the off chance it's a thing. Oh, I'm going to put it in the sideboard until I see more of them. Oh, try a Curious Inquiry. Yep, Gravestone Strider, that's going to fix our mana. Bubble Smuggler could make it in. Anthrax Rampage is a no. No, no, no. Leyline of Guildpact, also a no. Let's see, Detective Turned Face Up, we probably have some of those. Flourishing Bloomkin could find us some mana. That's not terrible. Would I rather just have Crowd Control Warden or Fairy Snoop? I mean, Fairy Snoop looks pretty good. Lazav. He's a 2-color permanent. Let's see what else is in here. Finds enchantments. Cares about detectives. Oh, Person of Interest is a good, powerful card. It also makes a 2-color permanent. And there's Bite Down on Crime. But when the choice is kind of close like this, I do like to take rares for the collection. So Lazav seems like a fine card. Go ahead and include him. Illicit Masquerade. I mean, probably not. Have to set it up. I don't know if I have enough mill to set up a card like this. Audience with Tristani would at least make a blocker and draw a card. Insidious Roots could be interesting. I don't know if I have the support for it. Vigilante could be pretty good. I'm going to take the Vigilante here. I think it has the most power. I have a lot of things that are 2-power creatures with all the morphs. Another audience with Tristani. And there's an Officious Interrogation. I don't know that I'm going to need a whole bunch of clues. I'm going to take the Undercover Crocodile, I think. Okay, Insidious Roots could still be a thing. Or the Branch of Vitu-Ghazi, or the Goblin Mask Maker. I don't have a whole lot of red in the deck. I don't know if it'll even make it in. I'm going to take the Insidious Roots, but I don't know if it's going to make the final deck. Okay, Crowd Control Warden would be pretty solid. Yeah, Crowd Control Warden. Let's see, this one's decent. Makes Thopter if you collect evidence. Oh, I like Gadget Technician, though. Yeah, this one seems pretty good. Maybe better for our deck. Quintorius. Cards leave your graveyard. Interesting. Maybe. I don't know for sure if it's a good idea. Cold Case Cracker is just a good all-around card. None of these, so take the rare. Public Thoroughfare? Yeah. Festerleech? Yeah, okay. Analyst. What have I done? Well, let's trim it down, shall we? Okay, those were some tough cuts to try to make, but the end result is a 5-color deck that's got mostly a little splash of white and red. It has more cards that are in Sultai colors. And we've got mana fixing in the form of 2 Public Thoroughfare, 2 Gravestone Strider. We have an early Sanitation Automaton that can try to find land for us. 2 copies of They Went This Way, as long as we find green. And aside from that, we have a deck full of things we can play for colorless with Disguise. And flip up for varying costs. 2 copies of Niv-Mizzet. So if Niv-Mizzet connects and we actually have these 2-color permanents out, then it could deal X damage to any target, I draw X cards, and I gain X life. Normally that's a pipe dream, but in this deck I think it is not impossible. So, it's completely absurd and silly. Let's see if we can do anything at all with it. We are up against Tino MCP. Go first. Got some mana. I'll keep it. Green's an important color. Public thoroughfare is nice to see here. Go ahead and get it down. Oh, Neighborhood Guardian. That is an annoying one. It's tempting to go ahead and murder it. Very tempting, in fact. Actually, that might just be better than anything else I could do. Well, I am going first. But this Neighborhood Guardian pushes so much damage early in the game. Oh, I could double spell. I mean, that's probably pretty good. I will keep it. Discard 2. Do I keep the land and play the Coerce to kill? I think I do. Sounds a little crazy, but, yeah. Let's take it. I'll go ahead and get in there with the automaton. Oh, you want to race? I'll show you a race. Finds an enchantment in the top 6. Oh, actually found one, and it's removal. Is that going to be enough for them to win the game? With a 1/4 blocker? Maybe. Certainly not good news for me. Oh, hey, Gadget Technician. So I could play this and get 2 creatures out, and that would be 2 triggers for the Neighborhood Guardian. Yeah. So let's make the automaton big enough. Oh no, it didn't do it. Well, come in anyway, push some damage. It's big enough that the automaton doesn't die. I thought the Neighborhood Guardian would trigger for the Technician, but it's a 3-power creature. Of course I have a blocker for their Phantom now. They're perilously close to being dead. This is a weird attack. Doesn't really make any sense. just block. Sure. And what? Collect evidence 2 makes it a 4/4. Okay. Cold Case Cracker won't trigger the Neighborhood Guardian, but Lazov will. And I guess the Death Toucher's the only one who can come in. Should I keep it to block here? Should I just not attack? Maybe that is the correct position in this case. They could have tricks in their hand, but otherwise I've got pretty good blocks. Okay, morphs up for blue or red. Put on the Cold Case Cracker. Gonna come in. Oh, that's not nice. They're trying to figure out if they can activate their 10th District hero. Need more cards in the graveyard. Mm-hmm. That'll kill a Fester Leech. This'll kill the hero. This'll block the case file auditor. And Lazov doesn't need to get in there. Okay. I have a flying blocker. Taking 1 point doesn't matter. Turning this face up gets a bunch of counters on it, which could win me the game next turn. I can do this at instant speed if I need to exile a card in their graveyard. Let's go ahead and take the 10th District hero. And we'll see if they can remove the flying blocker. If they can, they've got the game. That has summoning sickness. Land. I mean, you at least have to come in and make me block with it, right? Decline. Just want the card. There's red. Let's see, if Lazov became a copy of a technician, he'd hit harder. If he became a copy of the savior, he'd have lifelink. And if he became a copy of Fester Leech, he could hit for 3. I guess I'd like to threaten the lifelink. Oh, it just becomes a copy of it, so you would fly. Yeah, let's do that. Death Touch and Lifelink, sure. This one. Oh, bite down on crime. Good, good, good. You should rightfully be afraid of the face-down creature. But instead of flipping this up, because that would take all of my mana, I can kill the flyer, and I'm at no risk of dying, and I gain lifelink on the bite. I think I actually let the face-down creature die here, so I can kill the phantom. And I don't need to make it any cheaper. So, you, kill you. Alright, now they have to start using the Sanctuary Wall. They have to keep that mana open or they're in trouble. Or Lazov's gonna keep coming in. Okay, you gotta keep your mana open. Can't be playing it. Oh. I was wondering when you might show up. Alright. Lazov, get in there. Any more creatures? Here's one. Green and a blue, that's fine. Sanguine Savior. Niv-Mizzet Guildpact. Are you fortunate enough to have a removal spell? Illicit Masquerade. Sure. But you don't have any creatures in your graveyard. And Illicit Masquerade, yeah, from your graveyard to the battlefield. I don't care about that Fester Leech. They really like that Death Touch trick. They've already got a couple of them that they've had. Toxoanalysis. So yeah, I think here I just block the face-down creature and kill them. They didn't leave up mana for the Sanctuary Wall. It takes 3. It takes 3 mana. There we go. Up against Boston 34. We have 3 colors of mana, we have morphs we can play, we have an automaton. This is a good hand. We'll keep it. Get down the green first. Then the black. There's a lot more black cards in the deck than there are red. Or blue. Blue would be a good choice, too. Blue's actually the most pips of anything in the deck. Oh, I didn't know I was going to get Lazov. They went this way. I mean... yeah? Got things to do for the next couple turns, but still, they went this way, could be pretty nice at some point. I mean, I could choose to ramp with it now. Then I would have 5 mana next turn. What would that look like? I have the mana to play Lazov, and I have the mana to play a Morph. So I would be able to double spell. Whereas it is, I would play a 3-drop and then a Cold Case Cracker. Yeah, sure. Green, blue, black, red, white. And come in. Not like I can block that Sanguine Savior. Okay, Thraben Inspector. Another Sanguine Savior. They only have 1 card left. I wonder if it's removal. Oh, I could just play Niv-Mizzet here. Yeah, sure. It might be better to double spell. Yeah. Probably shouldn't have attacked there. No, they took the block. Okay, out of those 2 cards, do you have removal for Niv-Mizzet? The answer is no. Oh my gosh, it's X damage to any target? Any target? I can easily get Lazov down. He's a 2-color permanent. Oh, they're in big trouble. Oh, they're in big, big trouble. I mean, it's also tempting to just play a Gadget Technician because it gets a Thopter out. You know what? That might actually be the play. I know it's not the most mana-efficient play. No, you know what? Mana efficiency matters. It does. It does matter. I am going to get out the Gadget Technician. Come in. Take a chump, because yeah, it only gets worse if they let him connect. I'm going to put a counter on it. That's not going to keep it alive. Okay. So I go ahead and flip this up. And go ahead and play this face down. Come in with everybody. Take a Sanguine Savior. Choose any target, the other Sanguine Savior. Choose a player, that's me. They didn't have removal for Niv-Mizzet. And that was the game. Oh yeah, grow your guy. Come in for 5. Okay, pick up some critters. Come in for 4, don't care. Turn you face up. Play the Thoroughfare. Should just activate Lazov. Yeah, sure. Do I have anything interesting? Not really. There you go. That was ridiculous. We're up against Grand. Oh, only 2 lands. I'll keep it. I have 17 lands in the deck. Gravestone Strider can fix as long as we get to our 3rd land drop. Well, not ideal. Well, let's play Lazov, since we can. Come in with the Strider. I can't think of a flash creature I'm afraid of here. Come on, 3rd land. Okay, so that's just removal, basically. Oh no! Why can't I have a 3rd land? Come on now. Aye, yeah, okay. Here we go. Gadget Technician, I can turn face up pretty handily. So, play that. Uh-oh. Prophet's Eidetic Memory? That's actually gonna, like, put 2+1/+1 counters on that Thopter. That's not good. Maybe I should bite down on crime here. Except I don't have 4 mana, so I can't actually do that. I could flip up my face-down creature, though. Okay. And they have a shock. They just have everything. And me with no mana. Great. Okay. I can do a bite down on crime now. But is there something else I should do? It would be helpful to have a 3/3. Especially one with Death Touch. Indestructible until end of turn, doesn't really matter. Three less if you sacrificed an artifact. Their deck's kind of ridiculous. Stop the Crocodile. I mean, I have to have the mana. This time I can pay for it. Lazav is going to kill you. Total of 6. I'll take the Gravestone Strider and Technician. It is really ugly that they got this undercover Crocodile from me when it synergizes with their deck. Really, really ugly. I basically have to stop it. Okay, I can't afford to play this Thoroughfare because I've got to take back my Crocodile. Artifact or land? I don't have an artifact I can tap, so nope. Their face-down creatures are probably the 3/2s that make a Thopter. Or not. Surely they would have flipped it up if it was. Well, here's an evidence examiner. And I guess, see, I could play the Sanguine Savior. I could also play it face down. I think I'm actually going to play a Fairy Snoop face down. Okay. And now I can play the Public Thoroughfare and tap an artifact. I'm pretty sure we've lost this game, but there's an outside possibility we could do something to come back. Well, I guess we have to block that just because it's so big. What, do you have another shock? Okay, let's see. Do I just need to play both of these face up? Four toughness does matter on this battlefield. And I'm thinking that lifelink matters on this battlefield too. And it looks like they probably have the game anyway. But we'll make them play it out. Was really unlucky to get stuck on 2 mana with 17 lands in the deck. We're up against Underminer 0-1. We have plenty of lands this time. Keep it. Get out the Thoroughfare on turn 2. Phantom, that's the one that can fly. Let's see. Who do I want to flip up first? Probably a Gadget Technician, right? I mean, I could just play a Cold Case Cracker or the Scoundrel next turn. Oh, it's a flyer. Okay, made some clues. That's fine. Yeah, I think it's probably best just to get the cold case cracker down here. See if they got any removal. White, blue. Ezra. Can I get a black mana to murder him, like right now? While they're tapped out? Of course not. Of course I can't have something like that. Okay, so it's just big. It was just big. I have to keep getting stuff on the board. Guess I'll get down to Fairy Snoop. This doesn't do anything when he attacks or blocks or anything like that. It's just a 5/5. Oh, hey, bite down on crime. Alright, I'll do that. They left themselves no mana open. Okay, no tax. We'll storm it onto the board, but nothing else. I guess I could just play a face-up Gadget Technician. That looks pretty good here. Okay, big flyer. Which one would I rather kill? Phantom, I guess. Okay. I can flip this up for blue and a red. So, green, green. I'm going to play the Gravestone Strider. No attacks. Yep. Start drawing cards. We're gonna kill something. Very Snoop. Very well. Block, die, die. Okay, wrench can give something +1/+1 and 3 and tap to tap a creature. Not great. Have access to murder. I just really have to stop that Lamassu. I guess I should wait until they equip up the wrench and try to use it. Then I can also draw a card. Yeah, I think that's the play. Draw a card. It's 5 total mana to do the wrench, equip, and tap something play. Okay, is this all you're doing? Okay. Kill the Lamassu. Gain some life, suspect something. It'll be the Gravestone Strider. No, don't pick the token. It's already blocking. Okay. Well, they've got lots of ways to draw their second card, don't they? I have to have 2 blockers or I'm dead. So, Zov is a blocker. And if their Phantom gains flying, then I'm dead. But they need a creature that's 0 or 1 power to do that now. Alright. And, I guess the Crocodilf? Well, if I'm just throwing something away, I guess it could be like a Scoundrel? No, this one. Put this one out. We'll see if they got it. Or if they figure out that they can, like, re-equip and tap something. Not if they're just going to draw a bunch of cards. Okay, they figured it out. They figured it out. We're up against Heze, 14. And we've had some cruel games with the Shuffler where it's just refusing to give us the 3rd mana, and here's another one. This should be a keepable hand. I know it's going to screw me over and we're going to go 2 wins to 3 losses here, but that shouldn't be the case. You should be able to keep this hand. Well, alright. Okay, so this is the thing that collects evidence to animate lands. Kind of a weird one. Let's ramp. There's a little bit more red than white in the deck. Okay, we hit a land drop. That's good. So I think we play for the Gadget Technician here. I mean, we could get out the Evidence Examiner and something else. Maybe it would be better to double spell. Overwhelm, there's 0-3 here. Okay, they found a mana creature. I don't have a way to get evidence in the graveyard before combat, do I? I would like to flip up my face-down card when I get into combat, though. So let's go ahead and attack. Okay. We'll just do this. Get you face down. Sure. +1 counters. Going for blocking. Alright. Flip this up for 2 black and still play a Cold Case Cracker. I can give the Thopter lifelink. You want to stall the ground, we'll go over the top. Okay. Okay. We're up against C-S-A-N-B-O. Go first. Can actually get Tunnel Tipster down. So, here's the Tipster. They're gonna bounce the Tipster? That's a weird choice. But okay. Keep ramping. So I got green, black, black, white. I'll go ahead and get a red. Alright. Tunnel Tipster. And, sure. Here's a morph. But it's a counter on the Tunnel Tipster. I'm gonna draw and discard. It is a May ability. But in the early part of the game, of course, you're going to choose to draw and discard. Crime Stopper Sprite. You've tapped the Tipster. Oh, go ahead. I am pretty content to come back in here. Yeah. Okay, if I play the Thoroughfare, I can tap the Clue. Yeah. Yeah, come on in. What you got? Critter. Let's see, they've actually given up a removal piece there. And some tempo. And some tempo. Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and draw a card. Alright. Get another forest down. Murder the witness. So we can just go ahead and ride on in here. Sanitation automaton. We'll take that. Yeah, Gravestone Strider. Sure. What you got? That's fine. Let's see, if a face-down creature entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Alright. Let's go ahead and get in. That's fine, I don't care. What you got? What you got? Tapping a couple of things? Yeah, it's another copy of Out Cold. Alright. Let's go. Yep. Come on down, big guy. Tunnel Tipster's gonna keep growing whether he's stunned or not. Sure, you do your draw discard. Thinking cap. You got it. Don't care. Yep. Jumpers. Let's see if they can tempo me out. They're close. I got them on the back foot, but they've got tempo. Potentially. If they're running 3 of that card. Oh, is this all? That's fine. Alright. So there's a 3-power thing in a graveyard. What about in their graveyard? Granite Witness. Flies. Probably the Granite Witness. So I leave back creatures on the ground. They can't really get through the 6/6. Just come in with the flyers. And Lazov is one of the flyers. You gonna stop something? Okay. You can be on top. Here's another blocker. What you got? Nothing. You got nothing. Get out of here. We're up against Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi, that's a specific creature in D&D. Its name escapes me right now. It's very important in 2nd edition. Kind of dropped the ball with it a bit in later editions, but its name will come to me later. I have 3 mana. I have things I can play on 3. I'm going to keep it. It's probably going to blow up in my face. White and red are like the least common colors in this deck. Well, there's blue. I mean, that's Lazov on 2. I mean, if they can't stop them... Okay, Crawl Whipcracker. I guess they would make the trade, but I would still get to investigate. And that would put me up in this exchange. Not gonna take it. They're not gonna take it. Alright. I cannot flip you up yet. I could flip you up. Give something lifelike. So let's see. I mean, I guess I could bite down on crime here. They look like they're trying to use some removal, but what if I make the face-down creature do it? Then they have to target the face-down creature. And they really want to get rid of Lazov. Ooh! they didn't have anything. Okay. Oh, here we go. Back to gold. Okay, I'd like to stop here a second. This 5-colored deck has just gotten to 5 wins and 2 losses. 5 wins is 1,600 gems, and that means it more than pays for the next draft. So however silly this deck might seem, it has gotten there. It's got power in it. Maybe this is more of an archetype than people are thinking. We're up against Buddy B. Busterkins. Nice name. Go first. They went this way is our only way to get anywhere in this game if we draw another land. I'm keeping it, because I don't know what's good for me. Rubble Belt Maverick. Nice Surveil. So get rid of an escape tunnel. Alright, the whole game comes down to next turn finding a land. Any land. I'll take a tap land here. Anything. Untapped would be preferable. And that was the game. That was the game. Okay. They went this way. Oh, we need black. Let's go ahead and get it. Could be looking at coerced to kill soon. Could just be looking at death soon. Chalk outline. Well, let's double spell. Here's an evidence examiner, and here's something to throw away to block with. They can't make them both into Menace. Just one. Even if they have the land. Okay, choose to kill the face down card. Oh, let's see, I could kill the Maverick and still have the Examiner. Is that really what I need here? I don't think so. I think I need to kill one of these things. Let's see, I need another red or blue to flip that one face up. Oh. Gravestone Strider. They can't be too happy to see Gravestone Strider here. Alright, they might just be leaving the green for the Rubble Belt Maverick. Ah, chalk outline. Right, right. Okay. So here's a Gravestone Strider. And I've got Murder available. Double Gravestone Strider is a good block on the 2/2. Not the worst block on the Repeat Offender. But really, I'm gonna murder the Repeat Offender. That's what's happening here. I guess if I double blocked it, that could lure them into doing a pump on it. Burn their mana away. There we go. That's more like it. Niv-Mizzet. The Guildpact. No attacks because I'm at 6. Oh, drawing a card, they don't have an answer. If they'd had a murder or something, they would have used it. They're looking at him pretty hard. Okay, they can blow up the clue with the crawl. Let's see, this flips up for blue and red. I actually need the blue to do coerce to kill, though. That's fine. I'm going to take the crawl whipcracker. Come in. Choose any target. That. Choose a player. Me. Oh, I can flip it up with the Gravestone Strider. I should have done that. I guess I'll just do it at the end of their turn. Would have gained more life and drawn more cards. I'm not used to the Gravestone Striders just filtering mana like that. Something to get used to with the 5-color deck, I guess. The Crawl Whipcracker is small. They might be able to kill it. That would take two color permanents off of my board. Alright. We're up against Zach Narfin. Final boss. 6 wins, 2 losses. This is it. We go first. We got a Gravestone Strider. This guy really smooths out everything in this deck. Also gives us an artifact we could tap with a Thoroughfare. So I think I will play him on 2. Innocent Bystander does not look very good against a Gravestone Strider. Let's play white. Let's get this out. No attacks. They could do a pump spell or something, but I would definitely block their 2-1 with my 1-3. Shock! Okay. They had to sink all their mana into that play. I think it's a pretty good creature, but I didn't have, like, double mana to flip it up just yet. Let's see. I'll do the Thoroughfare. I'll just tap a land for now. So with the Thoroughfare and the Strider, I could play Niv-Mizzet. Then I could coerce to kill on the turn that Niv-Mizzet can actually attack. Let's see what you got. Coerce to kill will move something out of the way and also give me a 2-color permanent. That could let me ping the Innocent Bystander, assuming there's something I can target, right? Because this has Ward. I can't take it. But if they play another creature... Okay, they did not. They did not. I think it would be fun to flip up the Sanguine Savior, though. Alright. Attacks or blocks this turn if able. Sure. Fine by me. Declare your blockers. Both. I'll kill the bystander. Flip face up. Give me some lifelink. And now I will just ping your face. Seven mana I can coerce to kill a morph. Could I then morph it up later? I guess I would know what it is, and I could morph it myself. Oh, they're in trouble. Oh, they're in big trouble. Yeah. Go right ahead. Horse to kill. Take this one. Pay it. Oh, it's a Mistway Spy. Okay. Ping your face. Target me. And they're just stuck on 3 mountains. Guess this makes up for a couple of those mana screwed games I had, huh? 4 mountains. Okay, you can blow up my land there, and I'll go get a red. Nope, not doing it. Alright. It can block for them. Okay, they're not gonna make me do the attacks. Alright. Gold Tier 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 7 wins and 2 losses on 5 color. Let's take a look at this deck again. Okay, this is the final list of what I drafted. It looks like a bunch of nonsense, doesn't it? Let's count how many things I can play for Morph, which are effectively 3 mana colorless 2/2s with Ward. Now let's actually count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I had 9 creatures that I could play for colorless that were then easier to flip up with the hybrid mana. Right? 9 of those, then I actually had 3 more truly colorless creatures. That made a total of 12 colorless creatures that I could play. And 12 colorless creatures is starting to sound pretty reasonable in a 5-color deck. The mana fixing, again, was Public Thoroughfare, Gravestone Striders. They went this way. And a little bit of help from Surveil. Tunnel Tipster is just ramp. But Tunnel Tipster had the option of getting enormous from all of the morphs we were playing. Lazov was amazing. Just investigating over and over and turning into a flying creature with lifelink was good enough. Evidence Examiner was so-so in this deck, but it all worked out. We were able to hit murder when we needed to, largely because of Gravestone Strider. Cold Case Cracker was fine, like it always is. Bite Down on Crime, good, reasonable removal. And yeah, just Niv-Mizzet. If you build it, they will die. Sorry. Niv-Mizzet, turns out if you take all of the two-color common morph creatures and Niv-Mizzet, you steamroll them. He's a complete bomb in that case. Not only is he a 6/6 flyer for 5, which we played Niv-Mizzet on 5 a couple of times, so it's really not that impossible to do here. And then once you have Niv-Mizzet down, if he connects, and they will chump block anything to prevent that from happening, then X damage somewhere, draw X cards, gain X life. The drawing cards and the damage are just backbreaking. Gaining the life helps you in a damage race. It's... what can I say? The deck worked. I would be happy to try this again. You know what? I am not going to snub Niv-Mizzet in future drafts if I see this guy. And the cards that you want, no one else wants. The Gravestone Strider, no one else wants this card. But it blocks 2/2 morphs just fine. Holds the ground in the early game, gives you the mana that you need, and they don't really want to spend their removal spells on this thing. Yeah, this deck hung together really surprisingly well. I had fun. I hope you all did too. Like, subscribe, check out my other videos. That's the big one. And until next time, never stop honing your critical thinking and empathy.